Welcome back to my channel where fun, fair and love live, but survival is paramount. For those of you who have been here from the initial, I am so grateful. I really do appreciate you, and for those who are coming for the first time, thank you. We are happy to have you. Stay tuned. No, I did 2 previous videos regarding Buju Banton, Gargamel, and we spoke about different aspects of the video or a statement that he made. Now, the other part that I'm going to speak about now, which is not going to be long, which stemmed from the same video, and I could find more topics from the same video to speak about, but these 3 little parts stood out to me, so we are going to talk about that other part now. Now, in the same video, he spoke about many things. He spoke about other positive things that he has done and positive things that are happening. How many of us saw that part? How many of us remember that part? How many of us speak about that part? How many of us see that part of it is important or saw that part as important? I know I had conversation with 2 of my close friends, and they did point that out, that he said many things in that video, including positive things, and much people don't pay attention to that. People did not pay attention to that. They just picked that part and they ran with that. Unfortunately, that's how we are. So the negative will go faster than the positive. And we see that happening all the time. So that is not something new. We wish a lot of times that it was the other way around. Then we would have a lot of positive things floating around in the air for us to consume, for our children to take in, for our children to be a part of. But that's not how we are. And you can do a test for yourselves. If you are somebody who is on social media, you have a platform, whether your social media page, your Instagram page, a lot of time you put something out there, you, even among your friends, six people like it. You put something different, of a different nature there, and you see the amount of traffic that you get on that same page because of the difference of the content that you put there. So people like negativity, people like confusion, people like things that are going to cause a stir. As strange as it sounds and as confusing as it may sound, but people like that. They'll take that over the positive, which is surprising, and which for a lot of people we don't comprehend, we don't understand, we can't fathom why people are like that. But I come to learn that there are things that we're not going to be able to decipher, so we'll have to move on and leave it where it is. So people like those things, and when the person said that, or those individuals said that personally to me, for those who that I had the conversation with, I thought about it and I said, you know something, that is what we do. You'll have an entire conversation with someone and you say many things, many good things, and they don't remember that you said one thing, and that is what they take and they bring somewhere else. That is what they choose to repeat. So it is something, unfortunately, that seems to be in our nature. So that part I see, and I think that is such a sad way for us to be. But then it got me thinking, since we're talking about artists and we're talking about um, very influential artists, I recall when our little baby, Coffee, won the Grammy. I felt such joy, such pride, as if it is somebody that I have seen on a daily basis, somebody that I talk to, and all of that, because it was my black sister. So I felt proud. And I thought about it, I said, okay, this individual at such a young age made music that the little baby can dance to, your great granny, your mother, your uncle, sister, father, everybody can enjoy if you are somebody that consumes certain kinds of music. You understand me? And she was good enough that she had influence on the world. She went as a young person. I don't know if she's the youngest who has ever won the Grammy. Well, I know maybe for reggae she's the youngest that has ever. I don't know for the entire. I think if she's the youngest person that has ever won a Grammy. I'm not sure. I don't want to put any wrong information out there, so I don't know. But I was looking at it and I said, wow. Her mom, that obviously is so supportive, must be proud of her. And I was saying, us Jamaicans must be proud, because I felt such pride knowing that she is from the country that I was born and bred, and the country that I call home. Nowhere no better than yard, them tell you all the time. And when her name was called and I was looking, I said, oh my gosh, she is a little half pint, little like that, as people would say. You understand me? But had such great impact. And that was what stood out. Little bit, but with Talawa. And she was, at that moment, she was the epitome of what that adage meant. So for me in that moment, I said, wow, look at the size of her. And then when you think about the age, she's also young. I said, wow, something for us to be proud about, for us to look at and find hope, joy, and exercise our faith, because that is what these things are supposed to give us. Yes, sir. One of us, when our name is mentioned on the international stage, it's not for no criminal activity, it's not for any scamming, it's not for all the rest that we hear going on, but this is for something positive, something that we can embrace, something that will put the country further on the map, because we have people who have done so and have been doing so from year to year. But in this capacity, we can say, wow, another bright star that is placed there to shine so people can follow the light and come and recognize that good things are happening in Jamaica, good things come out of Jamaica, good people are from Jamaica, sensible people are from Jamaica, people with sense of purpose are from Jamaica. So when I look at it, I thought about all of that. And when I saw her going across that stage, just a miniature figure, I said, wow. But then the day after, there were so many people who were fixed on her pearl. There were so many people who were just fixed on the color clothes that she was wearing, the type of clothes that she was wearing. And they started talking about this and what she wear that, and I'm saying to myself, my goodness, talk about majoring in the minor things. Talk about our focus being in the wrong place. And this is a typical example, because even though she achieved so much, she achieved that much at such a young age that is quite uncommon. We did not see the joy. A lot of us did not see the joy. Because we were there merely to criticize, to tear down, to discourage, we miss that powerful moment. We miss what was meant to be a monumental moment for Jamaica. All we went about talking about is the 1 yard, 2 yard, or 3 yard of cloth where she have on. And that wasn't the important part of the moment. The important part of the moment that we had a young lady, you understand me, that made such an impact on the world that she was recognized. Remember that she was on Michelle Obama's playlist and all of that, and she won a Grammy at such tender age. And instead of us feeling the pride that we should feel for this little girl, send her congratulations, send her words of encouragement, you understand me. And since she's someone who don't dabble so far in lewd and soul lyrics that we complain about with the other artists, we should commend her. Instead, we a lot of us went about tearing her down, talk about her dress and talk about other things about her that nobody knows for certain, that I am not going to mention. But I was just there looking. I said, oh my God, this is sad, because some of us are so bitter, because some of us thrive on tearing down people. We miss the message, we miss the moment, we miss what's supposed to be a moment that is supposed to be ebbed and edged and just place itself in the history books. A moment that should be etched in history. We missed it because we were focusing on something else. We were ready to tear down. And that's the same thing. I say that to say this with Buju. Even though in the same video he spoke about different things, positive things, and he said something that we deem to be wrong, we deem to be unreasonable, we deem to be harsh. We did not merely recognize and say, okay, well, Buju, I think you need to retract that statement. I think you need to clarify if that's not what you meant, as how we interpreted it. We need you to apologize. No, you don't say that. Everybody is ready and they start banter and they start tearing him down. Come on. We have to be our brother's keeper, and we are here to pick them up when they fall. That's what we are here for. So it's okay if you're disappointed in something that they have said. It's okay if you're disappointed in something that they have done, and if it is something illegal and who is to be held accountable and so on. We are all for that. You understand me? But I'm just saying, we ought to be careful how we treat people. We ought to be careful of how fixated we are on the negative till we so we miss the positive. We ought to be careful that we can find ourselves in that space, in that moment where we clear our hearts and we lead with love. So those were the parts of it that stood out to me. And I must say, Buju Banton, Gargamel, when I used to dance and when I used to go, he was my favorite. I still do love him, but I try to dance and sing in church now. So, you know how that is. But all in all, he's a great performer. And I've seen where he showed his some of the people love, and he has done much, a lot of positive. So yes, let us hold him accountable for the things that comes out of his mouth. But that does not mean that we need to put him on the crucifix. There's no need for that. And remember that God is a God of love and he forgives us. So that simply means that we can do the same if we think somebody has done us wrong. Lift up our black brothers, lift up our black sisters. When they fall, pick them up. Hold them accountable, but no need to put them on the crucifix. Hold people to the same standard that you're holding yourselves. Sound off in the comment section below. Let me hear you. Thank you. Thanks for coming.